Not even touched. Ain't even had a mower on it because they would have had to get to 36 to come back.
Yeah. So instead of just coming, even if you trimmed the thing by hand, if you're back here and saw this.
Right.
So what this comes back to is
laziness.
Laziness. It's your guy that runs it.
To detail.
The guy that runs this booth should not leave this property until he has circled this whole thing. You can do it with
I
a truck.
agree.
Come back
here. You can
here
do it on the mower.
I know. Give yourself a heart attack.
That was fresh the other day. Yep. It's now piled up nicely and left laying there.
Yep. And I'll tell you something else, Boots. That pile was here 3 weeks ago when I got here.
Yeah, but it didn't look like that. It was spread out all over.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's piled up nicely. We just don't take it with us.
Yeah. So again, we're going to leave this here. We're going to leave this here for Target to get on our ass and cost us this job.
No. I spoke with Hollis, and him and I have talked about everything.
Yeah. And what's he saying?
He's saying that he understands I have my hands full.
Mm-hmm.
And that he knows that I'm going through people on these crews like it's going out of style.
Mm-hmm. Like changing your underwear. New one every day, it seems like.
This wasn't blow. Wasn't edge.
Yeah, you can see.
And you can see that whoever's doing the weed eating is just...
Back there, nothing was weed back there at all.
Back where?
On the backside of those trees, there's that
Yeah,
indent back there by
I
the
know.
sign.
On what?
Back, over there, on the other side of those trees, there's that indent. Nothing was weed whacked
Nothing's
over that at
touched?
all. Nothing.
Did you see this
They
over
mowed
here?
it. I saw it.
Inside? You see how they piled up the fronds? Them fronds were there when we were here 3 weeks ago. And they're still there. So,
Cutting it out with the weed eater, so they don't have to come back and weed eat every time, which is ridiculous.
yep.
Don't burn it out. It should be level with the
Level with the grass, yep.
Nothing's edged.
Yep.
Nothing is edged on this whole entire property. That one sidewalk was the only thing.
I know.
The one sidewalk. This is GTA. For Christ's sake, you grab it, you run all the way down, somebody come behind you with a blower.
How long has it been since a weed eater has
hit
topped
that.
any of this?
Well, it's this high, guys, so yeah, how long has it been since anybody caught that? What about the crack up on the building?
Yeah, and that is one chief complaint from everyone is burnt.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really good.
Am I walking too fast for you?
No, go ahead. That's all right.
You mean I haven't seen it all?
Oh no.
Trash. That's all it is. The drop trade is over there.
This,
Take that sprayer, even when it's windy,
yeah,
hit next
look
to
at
the
crack
damn
weeds.
building.
Look at the crack weeds all the way across the
Once again, nothing to spray that.
right. Why
The
do we
leaves should have been blue.
Yep. Throw them in the lawn, chop them up. You're missing the favorite part.
This is the part that upsets me the most.
Look at the trash.
Because they're supposed to, first thing they do when they get here is trash the place out. Well, as you
No
can
trash.
see,
We're trashing it all.
it's trash.
Trash.
I think we need to find a new set of avenues. You can't do it right. You know?
Tell me that this is fish touched it all.
You can tell on this garbage. You have some stuff that's been in here for months and months, you know?
Nothing.
Nothing. They haven't done nothing. They're not touching this.
No.
No, and it have those guys cost us accounts like that. Here's another prime example. If you guys are checking your stuff to see how long shit's been laying there, they say, oh, it wasn't like that when we were there. Bullshit. How long do you think that's been laying there? That's been there a long time.
Yeah, before we got the property. Exactly. The same with those here.
Yep.
There's
Doing nothing. Boy,
and this is empty. All you got to do is pick it up and spray it.
Yep.
And you're done.
pull up here with the truck. Garbage goes in one container, all the fronds, everything else on the truck.
Tell me does any of this look close? Windy up here, you're not going to do nothing. You ain't going to hurt nothing. There's nothing to kill off the concrete.
But instead of hitting that, he hits this. What is he even doing up here with my truck?
I had the truck parked up by the door yesterday when I was talking with Fred at Tiger.
Yeah.
And I come back out in the truck with him, which I didn't think nothing about it. Yeah. I figured Chris went to liquor store. Then I noticed today the big old red damn dent on it, and I called him. I said, so, when you moved the truck yesterday, did it hit something? He goes, yeah, I told you. That's why I called George.
He never called me at all. We'll take care of it. That's not going to fly with me at all.
Those two islands right there.
Yep.
Make sure that you burn them out with the weed eater and then spray them off. Even if it's windy, you're not going to hurt them.
There's a green weed from some
Island down here. In the bed, outside the bed. Everywhere's good. What's going on here, dude? You know? There's somebody took one out of
It
it.
looks like somebody pulled the plant,
Yeah.
took it home with them.
laying right there.
I mean, you know, we're supposed to look at how easy that shit comes out. I mean,
This bed is one of the beds right up front of the store. This one should be
And
for
I thought
sale.
this
These-
is something you guys were working on. These beds were all
these are supposed to be,
out of shape.
I mean, it doesn't take but a minute to walk through this. And even if you took a rake and raked it out.
Do a nice good, because that one's supposed to be perfect because it's up front of the store. Show how the weeds and stuff are in those plants and stuff. I sent him back to get those. I sent him back to catch that bed.
I apologize, Mike. I'm sorry I didn't mean that. There's
I'm
one.
not producing, I'm complaining.
Now look.
You got too many of those too.
Look at all the shit here. Okay, they just did this last night.
Nothing.
This was the last job they did yesterday, so there's absolutely no reason to have all this shit everywhere.
I mean, I realize that it's windy.
Yeah,
But
things blow in, but
This
not
is,
this much.
no.
No, this is the first time we kind of wanted to store it, so ridiculous.
Well, I got that out there.
All right,
I
let's
know,
take these.
That's what,
Let's take these back over by our truck. I can see what's happening. It's just not much. The absolute bare minimum. That's what's happening here. Nothing more, nothing less. Look
I
at the
mean,
weeds.
the weeds should at least.
Well, this isn't good at all. So many times we've go ahead. As many times as we've talked to him about this, this just pisses me off to see it because
Me too.
it's just saying, "Fuck you, George. I'm not going to do it."
And me.
Right. So if they're not going to do it, then they need to go down the road. How many chances can you give them? How many chances can you give them and you still have shit like this? You know?
I explain this to every one of them. I put them in the truck and drive them around and tell them this is what needs to be done.
Can't take that out of there? That'd be such a big deal, right? To put that on the truck?
This is what needs to be done. And still, here we are, my third week, and it's still not done.
No. No. And this is besides, I mean, you have umpteen other Target stores. You got freaking umpteen CVS's that haven't even been touched.
I got a CVS. It's an old abandoned one that we're supposed to do full service on, that I promise you, we have not been there since we took the contract over.
Where's that one at?
13 or 1809 Cheney Highway, Titus. No, I've got them going there today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be meeting them down there.
It'd be a good place to sit and watch them.
Right.
Figure out where they're at.
Well, I know where they're at. They're at Target Titusville closing up, and I guarantee you that everything I pointed out for them to do is not done. And I put Chris in the truck, I put Twan in the truck, and I put that new guy Jason in the truck. Now I understand he's inexperienced, but I explained to him what I wanted done.
Right. Well, we'll go over it again.
Inexperience can be picking trash. They can be blowing things out. They can be. There's so much shit involved with this. You could throw a peon in here and keep them busy the entire time the other guys are working.
This is absolutely why Mark from Girard is calling me 100 times a day.
Yeah.
If we could just get past this stupid shit,
right,
we'd be fine.
And it's not rocket science. Jesus balls, we're not trying to build a fucking spaceship here. Jesus.
You could see that we've been here. You can see that this place has improved, which is what Hollis was saying. I can see that there's improvement.
Yeah, but improvement and a good job are two different things.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right.
3 weeks we've had it.
I mean, from what we just walked through, we have maybe added 45 minutes to an hour onto the time that they're here. So what?
Yeah. Where is the next one? There was, what did you say, the CVS one?
Oh, we passed the CVS's over on Wickham. I want to stop.
Let's go take a look.
Which one's that?
By the storage unit. The storage unit, and then there's a CVS. Two CVS's right
Vieira
across the road.
Storage? Yeah.
Okay.
First thing is I want to take you across the street here.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go. Okay, well, that was just one store, and yeah, definitely not happy. Absolutely not happy at all. After I left that store, I went and visited a few more stores that evening, and when all was said and done, I ended up firing the truck lead and a couple of the employees because they decided to try and defend their actions and that they were doing a superb job, and all that shit just happened on its own overnight, apparently. So, regardless, they're gone. You can't put up with that kind of stuff in this business. You just can't do it. So I'm not going to put up with any excuses, and I don't allow my managers to come up with excuses. I don't allow the truck leads to come up with excuses, and I damn sure don't allow my lawn techs to come up with excuses why they're not doing their job properly. So there's no reason for it. So anyway, check your jobs often. The moral of the story, check your jobs often. One of the downfalls that I have going back and forth between Wisconsin and Florida is time to do this stuff, but that's where your managers are supposed to be keeping an eye on this, and I'm not going to put up with their excuses either, just saying that they can't have these guys under control and these things continue to happen. So those type of things will cost you your business if you let them continue, okay? If you guys like these videos, you can always check out all my videos. We're right in the process right now of putting them on our websites, which you'll see the links to those down below. So it's been George Packard. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.